all women should have mustaches.
Yeah.
But thick boys. It was the second one for me. Hello and welcome to Each Other's Mothers. We have a very special guest this evening because we always have a special guest because we only have the best of the creme of the creme, the cream of the crop, right?
Creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme.
But I think
Some
de
of us are
is
stupid.
of.
And wearing slippers.
You should de la is of the, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, cream. Never mind.
It's as if a Peruvian person was trying to say creme de la creme,
Yeah.
but I said something else.
I'm just, mansplaining your own language to you.
I'm into it. We're here with Myles to Leeuw. Yay!
Yay!
We got there. We always get there. Look at the Crocs. Everyone just look at the Crocs, please. For like 2 seconds.
I was almost late today because I opened my doorstep and these lovely Crocs were sitting there.
Oh,
so I had to retreat back inside to open them up and put my gibbets in.
Period.
Are they called Reptar Crocs? Because they should be.
I don't know what they are called, but
What do you call these?
what do you call? What are those?
Damn,
Those are
Daniel.
slippies.
Yes, I was gonna say they're slippies.
They're slippies.
I very much forgot to put my shoes back on is what happened. And we're in too late. We've gone too far.
The shoes would have
no
made the
turning
outfit.
around.
Actually, I think this makes the outfit.
Actually, truly.
Yeah. And that and my upper lip sweat. I'm just a mess.
Well,
but
that's like your signature move, the upper
that is
lip
my
sweat.
signature look. It really is. Just and then you have to like pretend like you're in conversation. You have to like pretend like you're not wiping your, but you are.
Yeah,
We all know it.
my lips don't sweat, but I think it's because I have a
Okay.
mustache.
That's,
Period. Same.
Oh, catches it. Keep it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a mustache every like 3 days
Oh, that's true.
or so,
Yeah,
and it doesn't catch shit.
you need a thicker stash.
It
Yeah.
holds on to the moisture.
Mine's only thick on one side, and it's really unfortunate because, like, I would look hot with facial hair, first of all, and if I'm gonna grow a mustache, I want a full fucking mustache.
Okay, sure.
I should start taking tea.
What about you? Are you gonna grow it out? The mustache? You're gonna come in?
Oh my gosh. No, I have to shave it because I feel weird, But it does grow like on either side, just like real thick.
I think all women should have mustaches.
Yeah.
But thick boys.
Yeah, thick
Like
boys.
beautiful, just feminine, elegant,
Handlebars,
classy
yeah.
women with handlebars, dude. And the like thick right here in the middle, and then they swoop down and then they curl.
Ooh, and we can put
That's
bows
the
in
kind
them.
I would have.
Little
Yes.
bows.
100%. Glitter.
Barrettes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the mustache barrette game would be outrageous.
Or beads.
Game over. TikTok would blow up.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Ulta selling fucking mustache barrettes. Here I am with the French again.
Beret.
Can't do it.
Beret.
Yeah. Birria taco. Okay, Myles, what's going on?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
I know.
just,
so have I.
Okay.
Just to
so
glorify.
I just want to talk about how the first time Brianna and I met,
Oh, God.
actually,
Okay, hell yeah.
she just turned to me before you came back and was like, have we met before? And I was like, yes. But you probably don't remember. She's like, no. But actually, it's so relevant because it was my first college party and you were living at 666 or...
Oh, I just was there frequently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it Evans maybe? Was
Yeah.
Evan living? Okay.
Evan lived there.
Evan lived at 666. And yes, you were there. And then your mom came.
Oh God.
And it was my first college party. I got so drunk, I threw up off the back porch off of 2 Mike's Hard 40s.
Wow. Wow.
College party.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. Their mom just like showed up. This is the best party of my life.
Yeah.
And she got down. Man, we were getting down with the sickness for a minute there.
Oh, for sure. Did my mom
100p.
help you throw up?
I think I went outside by myself,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
is dangerous. I now like being a grown adult. You
Yeah, no
probably need
shit.
somebody to hold your hair and like maybe also not let you sleep or whatever.
Yeah. Woman named Tina could kidnap you. Now you're someone's pet cat.
End up
Number
at
10.
the motorcycle club.
That's right. Just toot toot honk honk, having a great time.
So that was the first time Brianna and I had met. Was at
Interesting,
this
but you don't
college party.
remember.
I don't remember.
It was a
I
night out with your
remember.
mom. You don't remember.
Oh yeah, I don't
No,
know.
no.
There's BT and then there's AT. Before Tina and after
yes,
Tina.
Yes, yes.
And the BT timeline's a little foggy, also because I was on a lot of drugs then.
Yeah.
And the AT timeline, I'm on less drugs. So we're doing
You're
better.
on like the
Prescribed.
doctor prescribed drugs.
Yes, absolutely.
Not corner store prescribed drugs.
Yeah, well, not corner store stolen.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
I remember in my soul, I'm like, oh, we've met before.
Yeah.
Like, I know who you are, but I don't remember why.
Ain't the brain weird? How fun and cute.
Yeah.
What a fun flirty meetup.
Yeah, so funny. Like, just, again, like, your mom being there at, like, the first college. I was like, wow, Wayne State is awesome. To which I dropped out, like, one semester later.
Oh,
yeah. Cheers. Congratulations. Same. Good. Thank God you did it early.
Oh, my God.
I waited 6 years. And then I was like,
Ooh.
maybe this isn't for me. Yeah. Got a whole load of alcoholism and a couple STDs. We had a great time.
Who didn't get an STD
Didn't
in
get an
college?
STD. If you didn't get an STD, you're a fucking nerd. Okay? That's all
I
gotta
don't
say
think
about that.
I don't think I have.
Wow.
Wow.
Boom.
I know.
Cool guy over here.
I'm so
What, do you have a
surprised
real
too
job and a
because
cool house and a dope fiance?
I've had so much unprotected sex. I'm surprised I'm like not worse off than I am, but I'm
Yeah.
doing all right.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, look at those fucking shoes. Again.
Truly. The whole
Truly.
outfit, really. The bra matches the shoes. It's
Yeah, should I whip her?
It's a
should I-
lot.
let me
You're like practicing for movement.
let me unhinge. I'm gonna wear this to movement. I was wondering. I was
knew
like, should
it.
I wear it on the pod today? Because I'm gonna recycle the outfit. But no,
Yes.
we'll slide. Yeah, we'll slide one of these.
Yeah.
One of these
Whoa.
out.
Okay. Into that.
For those
Oh,
who are just
wow.
listening, I just unbuckled a strap of my overalls.
That's
and
right.
Now Johanna's lip is glistening even further.
Suddenly it looks like the North Star. It's so bright.
Bing.
Bing. Okay, Myles, you're sad. You're a
oh
sad girl.
well, duh. My mom died 6 months ago today. As
Speaking of
today.
mothers and how crazy that we're recording with you
Yeah,
today.
truly.
Yeah, truly.
The grief is immense and like overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
And other times it's not. It's not so much. You know.
Right.
But truly is one of those things you have no control over. And I, as a former control freak, am struggling, but it does help me as a person, like grow up and be an adult because again, you have no control over when it's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
The first day back at work after my mom had passed and then we did her funeral, a Louis Armstrong song came on and she had this very scary, hideous Louis Armstrong
Obsession?
figurine.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
I was gonna say impression.
Right. Can you imagine my 5 foot tall white mother doing a
I can.
And it had played two songs because What a Wonderful World was my parents' wedding song. So my dad bought this weird figurine for my mom on their anniversary.
Cute.
That is
And it
cute.
played their wedding song, and then the other song was Hello,
was her
Dolly.
sex doll.
Yeah, exactly. His mouth moved, so it makes sense.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
absolutely.
Burn it.
Oh,
I need me one of those.
I hope we've thrown it out, to be honest, because it like haunts my nightmares.
Yeah, fair. Especially
and-
now.
Yeah, exactly. Hello Dolly came on at work, and the first day back from my like leave, and I just started sobbing. And my boss, he had no idea. He was
Yeah.
like, "What's going on?" I was like, "My mom, she really liked the song," and that was it. There's no control. You can't stop it.
What a roller coaster.
It is. I was talking with Camilla Bellario today
Oh,
a little bit, and she was like, "Have you heard of the ball theory?" And for grief, basically it's like grief is a ball, and then you don't shrink around it; it grows around you.
Oh.
And that's
So annoying.
I know.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
One more reason to hate balls.
Yeah, amen, sister. And we were talking about that for just a minute because it is like the analogy is exactly how grief works. It always stays the same size, but you grow around it. And that's how my like past 6 months have been. Really, it's just like trying to stay afloat emotionally, because again, you never know when you're just gonna start crying for no reason because you hear a song or
Right.
a smell, and it's just like all of a sudden you're back.
Were you an emotional person before your mom had passed?
Yeah, and yes and no. I think the like tears have been a newer thing to like cry in public, has been a new.
Yeah.
But apparently that happens all the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it be happening, baby.
To people normally, but
Oh,
also
God.
people who, especially after like the loss of anyone, you know, somebody close to them.
Yeah. I'm over here like, yes, the mentally ill.
Truly, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But God, yeah. Okay, so not that I'm trying to take away from your mom passing, but imagine feeling like that your entire life and not being able to control it. Like, that's how my chemistry is built. Like, I cannot stop crying, and I cry all the time. I'm medicated now, thanks for asking. But like, for real, for like my whole life, and people like will talk about grief, or they'll talk about this or talk about that, and like nothing had ever happened to me when I was 21. I mean, a lot, but not like, you know, no one died. And I'm just like crying all the time, uncontrollably, in public.
Could
because
it
I
have
hear
been
a
the
song.
alcohol?
Yeah, well, that's definitely a factor.
Yeah.
Definitely a factor. But I also felt like that when I was a kid.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's more like bipolar or like, you know, some sort of like mania. But yeah, obviously I'm like, I love you and I hate that for you. But holy shit, I'm tired. No, just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's
It's just a lot, and I
is.
just feel for you. And
Thank
holy
you.
shit, and I can't even imagine. And both you guys are in the club. I'm not in the club yet.
No, your
My mom
beautiful
lives
mom.
upstairs.
I was gonna say your beautiful mom lives upstairs.
You can come over and borrow her anytime.
Oh, she would love it.
She
I'm
really
sure.
would.
Actually,
Johanna
every
would love
time
it, too.
I see her,
Please.
she offers me food and like, we'd be out at the club or
Please,
like out
Mom,
at the
sick.
comedy club. Like
Yeah, she's wild. She's gonna start a Peruvian pop up. Really proud of her.
that rocks.
Yeah.
That's really cool to like have. I don't know. I've one of my coworkers' moms had passed away last week. And that's been, you know, because
Jesus, triggering?
I know, truly.
Much?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, hey,
Fuck.
have you thought about asking her not to? Because it's hard for me. But
Can you
Yeah.
tell her to not, you know, just
come back.
Yeah.
So I can be the one whose mom died last.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so funny. Her mom's picture on their funeral arrangements had her like graduating from college very late in life, and I just think it's fabulous because my mom never did that. She had all these dreams and goals and like never, not once followed them. And it's very exciting to see your mom going and doing that, like following a passion, which is really, even no matter what age you are, it's fabulous to see.
Yeah. I mean, she's obviously a little bit of a psycho cuckoo banana, but I think it's gonna be great. She's really a people person, so I think she's gonna be like, buy my slow cooked meat, and they're gonna love it.
Hell yeah.
She's gonna be funny about it. There's
I
a
would
dick
buy-
joke in there.
I'd buy anything from your mother.
Truly.
Really?
Anything.
Well, good thing she was a drug dealer for a long time. That's how we got to America. So she was great at it.
Somebody had to do it.
Somebody had to do it.
You were too young. You couldn't count yet.
Yeah, well,
Couldn't measure.
apparently they used my little Dora the Explorer suitcase as fucking mulin sometimes, so
That's
I've
amazing.
said too much.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
The
it is.
Peruvian government is going to come find her now.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So yeah, when I said nothing has happened to me by the age of 21, I was lying. Myles, how have you been coping? What's up? You going to therapy? Are we taking?
No, I have not been going to therapy, which is a downer. I probably should be. Really, I think that
One day at
helps.
a time.
That's for Alcoholics Anonymous and grief. Yes,
Exactly.
I put myself into a lot of work. I've done a lot of stuff at Planet Ant in Hamtramck. I have done 3 shows consecutively back to back in the last 6 months.
We forgot to mention, Myles is a stand-up comedian, producer of the Independent Comedy Club, and so many other things, and a director, and an actor, and an improviser.
Yes, improviser.
Thank God, I've messed up so much already. I can't with that anymore. And also, your mom was sick and had passed, and you were like at Planet Ant that very night or the next
Yes, it
day?
was that
Because
same
Planet
night.
Ant is family time.
Yeah,
Safe
more or
space.
less is like I got a call Thursday night. We have a show at Planet Ant. I'm sorry. I was in an improv group that put on a weekly. Every week was a new theme and show, and they were all different every week. And that was really cool. And we had this show about butt rock, the everything but rock radio station.
Yes.
And I got a call right before we were supposed to go on, and my dad was like, "Hey, your mom was admitted to the hospital." And the last time my mom went into the hospital was she had this heart attack and was supposed to die. We pulled her off the ventilator, and when we pulled her off the ventilator, she came back to life 2 days later. Woke up, opened her eyes. Wow. Made a pretty much full recovery, except for some minor brain damage from being without oxygen.
They were on the TV.
The TV. My mom was on Dr. Oz show and had a bunch of Lester Holt interviewed her and stuff like that. It was insane because she came back to life and had a really almost a full recovery. So I was like,
so crazy.
Well, if that happened last time, I was like, well, I'll call I'll call tomorrow. Just keep me posted. And then the next day she died. And we had to pull the vent off again, and it's not
imagine.
And it's not as easy the
2
second
vents.
time. Yeah. 2 vents.
Oh my God,
And,
Myles. Holy shit.
So that time she actually did end up passing pretty quickly, which is what is supposed to happen usually when you pull someone off the ventilator.
She
and
finally
2
did it
times
right.
a pull.
We
shit. Finally got it.
I had been planning the 30th anniversary of Planet Ant for 7 months. We had been on a weekly call to set up this event, and my group was performing, and I was producing this show. I mean, it was sold out, packed to the gills,
Standing room only, and that room holds
150.
The big one?
The big one.
Especially with standing room, it's 150, and that was you couldn't even walk through it. And we sold that bitch out, and
it was such a special night.
it really was something. Jamie Moyer came back to town, and she's just a force to be reckoned with.
What a crazy
Man, and she's. I love her so much. So much. She's really one of the best people I've ever met.
Yes.
But I was there's no way. I was there at the theater setting up in the morning, and my dad was like, "Hey, I got a call." Earlier before I got there, he was like, "She's stable. The doctor says she's stable." I wasn't too stressed about it. I knew I was going to get a break during the day. And then at 2:00, I got a phone call. I was like, "Hey, they're calling the family in to say your goodbyes." And that was, I'm like, fuck, I have to be back at call at 7:00. I didn't know if my mom was going to die or pull another.
I just got to go run a quick errand. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. We're going to be on Dr. Phil next week.
Yeah,
Excuse me, can
exactly.
you pull that a little faster? I have some things to do.
Because then it should just wake up, tomorrow, and it'll be fun.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And then it'll piss me off that I left to do all my things.
Correct.
And she ended up, there was no way they could bring her blood pressure back up or anything like that, which is really, I'm bringing down the podcast by talking about this.
No.
This isn't even the worst.
This is not the worst.
No.
We've heard it all.
Yeah.
And she passed away within 5 minutes of us pulling the ventilator off. I had called her best friend on my way to the hospital, and she ended up coming, and it was her and my brother and my dad. Damn. And we just all said our goodbyes, and she passed away very peacefully. Actually, there
you go.
She had cirrhosis of her liver, and so if you are struggling, I would recommend talking to somebody if you're struggling with alcoholism or anything like that, because she really could never get sober, and that it's one of those things, and that would really hurt our relationship up before even she had gotten really ill. She didn't talk about it with anyone, not even not her alcohol problem, but also her being sick. Because they said if he would have, my dad, because he's crazy, was if I would have brought her in sooner, and they were even if you brought her in sooner, maybe even a week, she would have had to have dialysis every day. And what a miserable fucking way to live the rest of your life.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
So that this way, as unfortunate as it sounds and is, she got to die peacefully on a bunch of pain meds. And
Hell yeah.
That's how I hope I go out.
Period.
Right. I mean,
Period.
I'm not
Sign
feeling
me up.
shit. Yeah.
Right. Literally.
They couldn't bring her blood pressure up. There was no way it was any sort of life she was going to live if any miracle drug had happened.
Yeah.
And my mom had struggled so much with alcohol before she had her heart attack and died, and then was kind of cool, had to be sober, and then started Christian Brothers brandy, started drinking again. And up about 6 months before she had died, we had stopped talking. Because she just like couldn't control herself. And she had came to a show of mine, and like she had heckled me before at stand-up shows, and like that is just something when you realize your mom does not like what you do, and you're like,
Every day she comes down the stairs.
So I was like, all right, she doesn't care that I do stand-up, but I had directed this show that I really put a lot of heart into. And she had started hollering like in the middle of the show, and people were like asking her to quiet down, and my dad was like, hey, and she stood up in the middle of the show and was like, oh, so it's my fucking problem now? I'm the fucking problem? Oh. And I had to tap her on the shoulder, and I have to be like, it's time for you to go. And that was one of the last times I talked to her, because she called me like a week later and I didn't answer. I texted her and was like, what's going on? Because I wanted an apology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that I think will burn me forever, because we didn't talk after that. But I was like, do you have anything else you want to talk to me about? She's like, are you coming over for Easter? And I was like, probably not. I've got plans, and again, there's nothing you want to talk to me about. And she was like, you don't want to ask. My dog lived with her. Oh. You don't want to ask about your fucking dog? And I said, I know he's fine.
But I'm not.
Right. And I was like, you sure you don't have anything else you want to say to me? And she goes, you have a great rest of your day, and hung up the phone. And that is the last time I talked to my mom. And I mean, really, if
triggered every time somebody says have a great day.
Actually, that's like my go-to at work now. It is if somebody's being a fucking prick to me at work, I'm like, you have a great rest of your day.
And you felt it.
And you will.
Oh my God. Sips mug. That was perfect.
Wow.
Oof.
So
okay. Pros and cons. Yeah. We can go there when we need to act angry on stage.
Yes.
Con. She's a cunt and she died.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Ah, shit.
It's hard.
Yeah, the amount of times my mom has fucking blacked out and embarrassed the fuck out of me, dude. I swear to God. It's crazy. The one time she grabbed the microphone out of Nick Kelly's hands at the roast battle. Were you there?
Was this recently?
No, this was like 4 years ago. But him and I were, diddling each other for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he was roasting me. And my mom, blackout hammered, because we did a 40-person party bus, jumped on stage, ripped the fucking microphone from his hand, and then started to tell my whole life story from day zero of birth.
From the little Dora backpack.
The Dora backpack.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the fucking 8-ball in it. And then she just, I came to this country because, and she's just fucking hammered on stage. I had to come up, rip the fucking microphone, and not just take it from her, but rip the cord out too. And then I had to do the Johanna thing where I was like, everybody give it up for my mom! And like, pretend like nothing's wrong, and like people wonder why the fuck I'm fucked up. But yeah, so I feel you. And again, you can have my mother. You can have her.
Oh boy,
take her.
I don't need another heckler, Mom.
Okay, that's true.
Had one.
God damn it, you're right.
I know.
Here I am trying to give you my heckler fucking mom.
My mom was a bitch too, but she was also cool. But she was also a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a question for both of you? Actually, do you think you got softer after your mom passed, or like a little harder?
Harder.
Yeah.
I used to be real soft.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm. I'm still really fucking soft.
I just mean like not as angry.
Angry at her
Yeah. No, just in general, like as a person.
in general as a person.
Yeah. Or like, are all the movies I've ever seen wrong? You know what I mean?
No, I'm more angry now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a little less, I think, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Yeah. Again, it like affects everybody differently, and like
For sure.
the way, I don't know, the way our relationship was is she was like Pitbull is what they called her at work. They called her Pitbull, and we were like the Pitbull puppies, and like it was all right to be angry, but I'm learning you don't have to be angry all the time.
You really don't.
Also because you can get your cortisol levels so high that you have a stroke. So if you don't
God, dude,
Chill the
I
fuck
really gotta relax. I really gotta chill. I get a massage once a month. That helps. I can send you the information. She's great. And I just try to breathe.
That's all you can do.
You've been breathing.
Yeah.
Thank
oh
God.
yeah. It's a lot of
One
fun.
of us.
Can't have people unplugging you. You know what I mean? We need you breathing. Oh God.
It is one of those, like, again, you can only like control the way you react to things. So like when my aunt posted on my mom's obituary, like online about like, oh, if you would have just stopped drinking, I called the funeral home so quick, and I was like, if you don't pull this fucking thing off, I swear to God, you don't understand. Like, the poor lady, the funeral director was like, yeah, okay, all right. And I was like, and then my dad had called and told him that she could have it back online because she must have made a stink or whatever. But I was like, these fucking people don't even know how mad I can get. Like,
right. I'm about to have a stroke.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I'm really proud of you. I mean, it's the hardest thing you ever go through.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It doesn't get easier.
Nope. Sure don't.
It won't. You're gonna think you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm doing great. I finally made it through this. And then one day you're gonna have a day and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? I wish or either you're pissed at your mom for something suddenly, or you're like, I wish you were here, or it's a combination of both. I wish you were here so I could yell at you.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There are times I like go to her fucking grave once a month, and like the last time was pretty chill. I just like rolled out a towel and laid in the grass. But like the time before that, I was like beating the ground. Like, if you were here, I will beat your ass. It's funny because she sent me a sign for the first time. I don't know if y'all believe in that, but
yes. Look at the way we're dressed. Come on now. Come on.
But she loved cardinals, and like we got one. It'll be on her gravestone. I swear to God, if they don't put that shit in the ground. She died in November, and they were like, it'll be up before Mother's Day. Well, I'm going next week, so
figure it out.
That's when you'll have your fucking stroke. Dude.
Yeah, the piece of stone would better be in the ground. But she loved cardinals, and like I was like, please just send me a sign. It's been months. I haven't really seen or heard anything from the other side.
Yeah.
And I was out and about with someone, and a fucking cardinal flew right past me and then landed on the ground right over there. And I was just immediately crying. And he's like, everything okay? And I was like, you don't understand.
That's my fucking mom, dude.
Again, explaining to another man why you're crying.
Yeah, there it is. What else is new?
For real. Holy shit. I don't know, man. I know I asked, but you do seem softer, man.
I know, it's gross.
Not to be cheesy.
No,
it's so gross.
It is gross.
What? Even talking about it seems icky, but
to be
you're softer, my dude. And I like
know.
that for you.
Being
soft is nice. Being a lover girl is nice.
It is truly, yeah.
Yeah. And you moved, right?
Yes, I moved down to Midtown.
Yeah, dude, you're doing it. You're all right.
It's good. It's hard.
Yeah.
My dad had a stroke. Here's the funny part. So when my mom, the funny part to me is that both times my mom has gone to the hospital, weeks later, my dad has had a stroke. And it's just like goes to show you, if you don't breathe and let your cortisol levels go down and chill out.
You heard it here first.
Bust a nut while you're
right.
at it,
Bust
dude.
a nut.
Can't we all?
Nut. Yes.
So that's been, so then like a month later, my dad had a stroke, and I was like, not this shit again. I've already dealt with this. And then he was all pissed off because he was like, I'm fine. And then a few weeks later was like, Myles, I don't feel the same. And I was like, dude, you lost like blood to your brain. Can you chill out? Like,
yeah.
And your wife.
Yeah, and you. Oopsie, forgot that part. Yeah. I love that he got angry about his anger-induced stroke.
True, like, or whatever
stress-induced. Way you want to do it,
yeah.
stress-induced. Yeah, like what a character, that man.
I was like, maybe if you stopped eating so much damn sugar, like the doctor said,
yeah,
we wouldn't be in this situation.
I don't trust doctors.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Their degrees. Their little
How
white
dare
coats.
they know
your
things.
fancy paper with your glittery fucking ink.
I can print out a piece of paper that says I know shit too.
I can take a class online.
And I can take a shit on a piece of paper. Okay. We'll very quickly. We want to have you back because this is just.
Yeah. We got more to say.
We got so much more to say, especially because the three of us all come from very similar cloths, and I'm proud of all three of us for making it through and still keeping a fucking. Everyone was here on time. I was
here at
pajamas,
exactly
but it's fine.
6:00.
Yep.
Yeah, I know it was chaotic, but it's okay. Do you have your mom from history? Or mom of the week?
Yeah, I was gonna. So this is from last week because we were supposed to record a few days ago, and then we didn't.
Yes.
So
there was 37 Peruvians here screaming. We would have never gotten good audio.
Believe
Marissa would have fired
you were
us.
like, we're having a party,
A super low key barbecue.
I know, and then you're like, there's a bird here. I was like, what the fuck? But in pure cut to the chase fashion, I Googled Florida mom because it's usually Florida man.
Yes.
So I Googled Florida mom, and one of the first ones that popped up is this woman. She killed her husband, the father of her children.
Good.
Made her kids drink bleach.
Oh, not good.
And no, not good. And then abandoned them. They walked to a local Walmart. That was how they were found.
Of course.
And the whole thing was like, she could face life in prison. I was like, could
potentially.
I'm over here like it had to be a Walmart.
I know.
Couldn't have been a Target. Okay, sorry.
So that was the fun little news story I got to read about. Yeah, she made the kids drink bleach, trying to kill them, and then
Do you know what happened to the kids?
they were found and taken away at the Walmart of all places.
But professionally by the state. I don't trust the state.
No, I'll go get those kids.
For real.
I'll go get them.
They're probably better off with the husband.
And your mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and our moms.
Yeah, and both your moms for sure. Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Questions.
We like to wrap up with a little flip of the
turn
of the tapes.
I'm nervous.
Oh, why are you nervous?
I don't know, because you started looking at me.
No, because it is a rarity that I do get to chat with somebody who's also
takes a titty out and is like, don't look at me.
I forgot she was there.
Don't look at me. What has been the best sort of coping mechanism for you after losing your mom?
Ooh, shit. Oh, for a while after my mom died, I used to write her letters.
Wow.
Yeah. So somewhere around there, I have a whole journal. I might have burned it actually one day out of sadness and rage because I cannot find it. But I used to write my mom letters of hey, I love you. I miss you. Fuck you. Like a song, basically. Mm-hmm. But I think that was really helpful. Also, just talking about it and asking other people good things that they remember about your mom.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
Really. That's smart.
Is there anything good that you remember about your mom?
Oh, I mean, she was just I did her eulogy. That was one thing I was adamant about after the priest fucked up her name at her funeral.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Is anything more fitting for my family, really, was that. And she was just the most caring person. And I wish it would have translated more to me and my brother. And it was everyone was she worked so hard and this and that. But my mom never wanted to work hard. My mom was just that was the type of person she was, that people pleaser who just loved too much and loved people who I don't think reciprocated the same thing.
Yeah.
The same feelings for her. And I wish I can only hope for myself that I recognize that and like work on being better than she ever was, which
absolutely
is hard to say.
Yeah.
But
well, you're not blacking out and heckling your friends at their shows, so I think you're on the right track here.
I thought you were about to say, well, you're not black.
Yeah.
That's it.
But sucks for you.
I know, unfortunately.
How unfortunate. That has been our episode. Myles, thank you so much for sharing all that.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that was like you're fighting back tears, and that's just fucking, I don't know, dude.
We can hug if you want.
Yeah, we should
Hell
definitely
yeah.
hug after this. And then we have to take our little portrait photo.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Should we all start crying?
Yeah, right before.
Yeah,
I don't
think
cry
so.
anymore. I'm too medicated.
It's true.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
for
God.
you.
What are
I
we gonna
know.
do
I
about
love
that?
it.
I'm gonna give you like a half of fifth of tequila one day and see what happens.
Oh, God. Okay, let's do it.
You'll be naked and crying.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, I'm into it. All right. That's been our episode. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
We will see you guys soon. Thank you so
Wait,
much.
where can we find you?
Oh yeah,
where can we
Myles, so
find you
sorry.
all?
The person that does a million things. Where can we find you on the
you
internet?
can find me at Myles DeLoser, D-E Loser,
So
or at
good.
Planet Ant Farm Team, and see what we're up to every Monday night at Planet Ant.
So funny, so good. What about you?
Itchy Snitchy on all platforms.
There you go.
Thank you. I do
and
nothing.
good catch. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm too tired and sweaty to do anything. At Johanna.Madronda. If you follow the Honorary Mentions comedy page or the Each Other's Mothers page, I am 99.9% sure that I'm going to merge all of them onto my actual at Johanna Madronda. So follow it if you want to keep up with local events, local comedy, and this very podcast. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Louis, Fendi,